passion to me. Last year, one of my colleagues, MP from Edmonton Manning, Mr. Ziad Aboutaif, last year he brought forward a legislative proposal for a national organ and tissue donation registry. The concept was well received by many Canadians, and his efforts were voted down by the Liberal government. And that vote, it did see a few Liberals, including our chair, thank you, Mr. Chair, who voted in favour, but it was defeated. Of those who opposed this life-saving idea were you, Minister, and also MP Judy Sgro, the member from Humble River and Black Creek. So imagine my surprise, Minister, when I saw a few months later on November 28th of 16 that Ms. Sgro tabled motion 98, which reads as follows: that the House underscore its desire and commitment to establish a national organ donor registry and call upon the government to engage with provinces, territories, and other relevant stakeholders in an effort to devise and enact the legislative and regulatory framework necessary to establish the same. So I'm just asking, Minister, can you explain this? How can the Liberals vote against a national organ and tissue donor registry in June and then propose one in November? Is the government admitting that they made a mistake and are now willing to support such a great initiative? Or is this a case of a government being so determined not to vote in favour of a conservative bill, just to be able to say that they passed a Liberal motion instead? I sure hope that this is not the case, because people are dying, Minister. So can you explain this to me?
Thank you. And let me preface it with two comments. One, first of all, to say that I hope that you and the committee are very well aware of the fact that health of all issues that governments face is not a partisan issue, and I will not make decisions on the basis of partisanship. My priority is to the health of Canadians, and that is on that basis that I make decisions. And secondly, I think I need to say thank you for your leadership on the matter of organ and tissue donation, which is incredibly important, and I will agree with you that there's a tremendous amount more work to be done, particularly in the area of encouraging Canadians to participate. And I think that you and I would both agree that there's much more work to be done in terms of the donor community being increased. One of the challenges around the motion, and indeed any of the areas on this, is when we wade into provincial and territorial jurisdiction, it gets complicated. I would look forward to the opportunity to work with you, because I know this matters to you so much, and to many of our other parliamentary colleagues, to figure out better ways that we can figure out where our federal role lies and how far we can push it, without invading into provincial and territorial space, with the ultimate goal of making sure that we increase the donor base.
Thank you, Minister.